Welcome, Aquarius. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I pulled for you on this full moon in Cancer, the Ace of Cups. This is the first full moon of the year, and so I continue to meditate on the possibilities for healing, for growth, for expansion in the new year, and for making a contribution to the betterment of your life and the world. And the Ace of Cups is describing the impetus, the motivation for the way that you have improved your relationships with those you work with, either at home or in your community, is the same energy that you are using to heal yourself from any sense of marginalization, not belonging, being too different from others, understanding that those things that you have now come to value and respect are the things that contribute to the unique place you have in the world, that you do belong. In fact, that you are central to the improved functioning of a service, a product, or an effort that you're a part of. The Ace of Cups is describing an open-hearted approach in terms of your own experience, having seen yourself improve, heal, pay more attention to your needs, claim the things that you desire, and how that has actually improved your relationships with others and created a more equitable place to work from, to negotiate from, in terms of making agreements with others that you can all work towards. This is a general reading, Aquarius. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And welcome again. In your present, the Two of Jades, the Two of Pentacles, and other decks. This is about the decision-making process that you've been engaged in. And particularly for you, this seems to relate to the responsibility you have for others and balancing with that with the responsibility you feel to your own needs and desires. And this is in the context of a larger picture of understanding the way you have shifted and the way the world is shifting. So you're understanding better the needs of your clients, your customers, your audiences, whoever they may be. And you're understanding that you have modeled a way of finding a cleaner motivation in devoting yourself to the work that you do, loving the work that you do, how you express yourself through the work that you do, which is again a sign of respect for the things that you value and hold dear. And that is allowing you to understand how to better integrate what you're learning into the values and the experiences that you've had in the past, so that you're making better choices about what works for you and what doesn't, what alliances to honor, to keep, to make space for, and those of which are not contributing to your highest good. In the past, the Temperance card, also known in some decks as the Grand Alchemist or the Alchemist. This describes a lifelong healing practice that you have been engaged in. So I do see this tremendous open-heartedness, this faith, this belief in joy as the unifying principle in determining what is right for you and what is right for others has been a long journey that you've been engaged in as a feature of refining your attitude, your approach, your desires so that they are uh, more easily obtainable, but also that they fit in the world. This is about uh, balancing your own resources with the resources that exist for you, the opportunities that you see available. And moreover, it also means maintaining some sense of grace when you encounter difficulties and challenges, which, despite the ease portrayed in this card and in most decks, this card is a beautiful winged creature, easily flowing fluids back and forth. The reality of that for we as humans is far from graceful. It is difficult to maintain grace under pressure, to remain calm, to take the long view, to understand that the experiences we're going through are to the purpose of improving our skills, our abilities, for helping us to understand ourselves and our needs better. So this is part of a longer process of self-healing and thus of healing the world. And you appear to be pointing yourself in the direction of your relationships in all arenas as the place where these values and principles are exercised. The magic that you are experiencing for yourself is something that you can model for others. In the future, the Hanged One indicates somewhat of a delay, and this is the result of you stepping back from the phenomenal but very deep and perhaps even exhausting work that you are doing at an internal level. This is requiring a lot of sleep for you, a lot of silent time, a lot of solitary energy that you use to protect that sacred space of stillness for yourself, so that you are allowed to process the experiences you've had, the new feelings and emotions that are flowing through you more easily. Overall, a lightening up of your experience as you ironically face things that are difficult, behaviors, experiences that caused you disappointment, have engendered a sense of failure in you, have actually been detoxified as a result of your putting the work in to examining your own responsibility in those spaces and in those relationships. So this is about recognizing that you need a greater perspective in order to process these experiences and to allow yourself to enjoy, to literally experience things in a new way, in recognition of how new you are, how you are encountering, experiencing things without the old filters, in many cases, blockages that you've experienced in the past. If this reading is resonating for you, Aquarius, please like this video, share it with others if you feel inclined, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. You probably know that subscribing, liking my videos are the ways that support the free work that I do, and I really appreciate your supporting me in that way. And I pulled Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony in my world, and I do so without judgment. And this is such a beautiful reflection of the love that you are experiencing at so many levels. The sense of grace, release, the sense of getting to the other side of difficulties and experiencing a lightening of your energy, a joy in perhaps customary encounters and experiences that once felt heavy and burdensome to you. So this balance is really reflecting your greater effort to improve upon yourself and your life. In the present, the Two of Jades is clarified by the World card and the Three of Swords. Both cards are octaves of the number 3, which is the higher arcana card, the Empress. So these are both different reflections of the energy of being and feeling empowered, knowing your value. The Three of Swords indicates that you've had to learn about your value, what you have that makes you unique, through a process of giving your power away inappropriately and perhaps receiving rejection, disappointments, recognizing that things are not working out the way that you imagined them to be. And the World card is reflecting a high octave of the number 3, where you have completed a path, completed the journey along the lines of a particular skill or gift, a talent that you have, a sense of power that you've experienced that is now closing out. You've finished it up. You've completed the cycle. You are receiving the rewards and the recognition for that completion, if it is only in understanding the lessons of the journey and of understanding that they are preparation for the new path that you are on now. In the past, the Temperance card is clarified by the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So here we have a beautiful repeat and its evolution. So we start out with this honoring of self, this honoring of gifts, this release of gifts, of love, of talent, of the joy, devotion, pleasure, and flow of our talents, our energies. And this flow can accompany beautiful, wonderful memories of experiencing this talent or skill set, our gifts, when we were not being judged, when we ourselves were not judging ourselves or didn't have a plan or an agenda for that gift, but simply enjoyed the experience of it. The Two of Cups is indicating how well you've used this skill to attend to your own needs and desires, to understand that you have a potential that you deserve to pursue, and that this potential may picture itself through your desires, through your dreams, through your goals. And in that way, having acknowledged this potential, you are making a much deeper connection to your whole self. And that's what you bring to relationships. You now seek similar connections with others. Those others are likely to be aligned with your goals. And on that basis, you can work together to create something beautiful. And this beautiful thing is a relationship in which you support one another, you understand one another, but you don't hold each other in a container of the relationship. You encourage each other to move, to expand, to grow, and receive that growth and expansion as something that is supportive in return. In the future, we have the Hanged One clarified by the Death card, better named Rebirth, and the Two of Swords. So this is another 2, which indicates reflection, which is very much a part of the energy of the full moon in Cancer, where you are understanding that you have a choice. You always have a choice but that you have a particular choice now that you have prepared yourself in many ways for this new movement forward. And that choice is one that you have intuitively made a long time ago. And that is doing what is right for you. And this is the result of closing out a former cycle, so that you haven't just released relationships and opportunities or experiences that don't serve you, but that you've actually challenged the beliefs that they were based upon and cleared away that space so that you're ready for what is new. This is also part of the function of the world, where you understand that this journey you've been on and are now closing out has made you ready for this new chapter. And this new chapter is one that you have made a long time ago intuitively, and may have some sense of anxiety about, in terms of what you may lose as a result of taking a different path, diverging from the path of old, whatever old means for you. But it also indicates that there is some concern about those that you're leaving behind because of your sense of general responsibility for the project, the path, the journey, for your vision that you hold. And this is easily released through your release of thinking about it, analyzing it, overanalyzing it, and realizing that you are prepared, you're exactly where you need to be, and that yes, you're making a choice that's right for you, and yes, it is a hard choice. It isn't all the choice that everyone would make, but you're making the choice that you know is right for you, and you're willing to work for it, to fight for it, to do whatever is required because it is right for you. I'm going to finish up this reading with an oracle card. And two popped out, but I looked at survival as the card that I will read, and hopefully this image will resonate for you. Draw on your strength and resilience to survive challenging times. You have the inner resources needed to endure and overcome difficulties. Trust in your ability to persevere and emerge stronger from adversity. Thank you so much, Aquarius, for this reading. And until next time, namaste.